everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Paige Show. So today I was listening to Adele and the song Send My Love came on the radio, and the verse, gotta let go of all of our ghosts. It really took me on this mind mapping trip. And mind mapping, really quick for some of you who may not know that term, is where you can just say something or hear something, some memory comes to you, and you can just go on this whole trip. Think of a map and a trip, and you can go on this whole trip in your head or visually of what memories come to you, and you can really just go to different places with that. For me, songs do that a lot. They can just take you to a specific place or time or event in your life, and you can almost feel like you're there again, that you're just swept away in the lyrics of what they remind you of. And the feelings can be so strong when you're mind mapping it, when you're really letting yourself just go with it, where you can almost sense and taste you're just in that present moment again. And so of the million times that I've heard this song, today the word ghost really stood out, and I kept hearing Spirit tell me, you've never been afraid of ghosts. Of course, I started laughing and thinking of, I ain't afraid of no ghost, right? Everyone knows where that's from too. But I really just sat with that for a minute. I'm thinking, well, in reality, I don't really like ghosts. I don't really like to do that kind of stuff in my work. And we all have different opinions on and beliefs on ghosts in general and what happens with that. But there was a lot of symbolism with this today for me on ghost, and where it took me from this song. I've not ever been afraid of ghosts. And what that really spoke to me about was our ghosts, the ghosts that we carry in life. I downloaded it completely different, and I translated it in a way that had never been before for me. We all carry ghosts. They become these belief systems of ourselves. And for this song in particular, it's talking about the ghost of your past loves, relationships. That's what we're talking about with this. Think about that first kiss or your first time or your first love, and all the many loves lost that really shaped you, that shape us. And before you know it, you're faced with a ghost from age 16 that pops up in the form of jealousy or mistrust with a new love that you may have at age 40. And we can face them or we can ignore them, but we definitely can't run from ghosts. That is for certain. I think we could all agree on that. And it only makes us feel broken if we live in the shadow of them. So much symbolism there. I just want you guys to go on your own mind mapping adventure today with this. But anyway, you can live in the shadow of them for only a little bit, and it all comes to light. We hear that a lot. And so if you think about your first heartbreak, the worst hurt, and imagine if you were brave enough, or what other adjective you may want to use, to face the ghost that it created, what would you do with that? What would you ask them? What would you say if you could talk to that first heartbreak again and see whether we are the ones that hurt them or whether we do the hurting? We all carry ghosts, and in these type of encounters, if you had a chance to talk to that first love, that first heartbreak, you may find that you both are carrying ghosts from that. And so the should've, would've, could'ves, it's all, I have learned, to be a blessing to get a chance to face a ghost. We don't always get a chance. We're not always here forever. There's situations that would be unhealthy to face again in any way. But for the purpose of today, let's just think about the ones that you could, the ghosts that you could force yourself to encounter again. And what if you could hear the real story? What if you were able to have a chance or give them a chance to apologize? Give yourself a chance to see how huge of a bullet you dodge. That's really eye-opening for a lot of us. That bullet that you dodged could help heal imaginations in your head that made you sad this whole time. It could make you have an awareness that you were longing for something that really wasn't reality, but instead a wish of what you wanted someone to be versus who they really could be. And so I know in my life, I tell everyone this, and I'm aware of certain ghosts that I carry, that I am not an easy person to love for some. But others' stories of me says that I am. And it's like this for all of us. Depending on a person's role in your story, you may have a million different versions of who you are out there being told. But what I know to be true, and what you have to know to be true about yourself, is what really matters. And what I know to be true is that I love hard when I love. I fight hard for what I want, even if sometimes it's not always what I need. And sometimes I let go too easily or hold on too long. Because of this, I have a lot of ghosts, and maybe a lot of you out there can relate to this. But I have always enjoyed an opportunity to face my ghost and ask for the hard truths to be shared with me. Even when the truths hurt me, I've always had this deep, deep desire to know them. I guess it's the air sign in me. This little Gemini, my thoughts always motivating me to seek the truth or the knowledge in something. And I find it intriguing to get one last chance for me to ask my first love why he cheated, or explain to a person why I left them hanging. It really brings freedom and self-awareness to healing, because you know then what it is that you really need healed. You can identify the ghost, and if you're lucky, sometimes you both can heal together. You can see the purpose of the pain together, and you can hear the real story finally, and that story can become the real truth. And that is what can actually lead you to closure or acceptance, or maybe even a shift in the title of how this person may still be able to exist in your life without pain, even if it's just in memory, even if that changes in your head only. It brings a lot of freedom. So some of my best conversations have really been with people who have hurt me or whom I've hurt. And whether it's been in a message or a text or an actual call, I have defeated so many ghosts that I thought would live with me forever. Some of them needed to disappear, and some of them became a blessing that I can still share my life with in some way, even if minor. So nevertheless, along the way of our ghost hunting journey, you really can find strengths that you never knew that you had. Boldness can grow inside of you that you never thought would be there. And when a ghost is defeated, the weight of that experience alone is lifted from you, and you're really set free. And so the symbolism of just how we think about ghosts, and how even Hollywood talks about ghosts are these spirits that are trapped on this plane until they find closure to something, or whatever they need to say or end or do, and then they're set free. And so this song and that particular verse today had so much symbolism of the ghost in our life, and even down to this last sentence of the experience can set you free. I hope you can visualize that ghost just being set free in your life, and maybe the symbolism is it's you're being set free to fly and finally be who you could be, not weighed down from all of these ghosts that we tend to hold on to and carry. And so that was today's thought, and hopefully it blessed you the way that it blessed me. Until we do it again, take care of yourself.